So when you think about it, Wind Waker from Ganondorf's perspective was truly wild. So walk with me here. Ganondorf, he's trying to find Zelda, right? And he uses his minions to travel all across the islands that exist within the world of Wind Waker. And one of these minions he has is a big ass bird, which is called the Helmarock King. And the Helmarock King brings lots of girls with long pointy ears to Ganondorf. Now, I don't know what the exact instructions were that Ganondorf gave to the bird, but at some point, Ganondorf has to be thinking to himself, eventually we're going to run out of space here at the fortress. We might need to switch up our strategy a little bit. And the bird does just that. It goes around and it captures all kinds of girls from the different islands that have pointy ears and brings them to this fortress. And one by one, Ganondorf is like, nope, this is not Princess Zelda. This is not the one I'm searching for. And he's probably thinking like, what is going wrong with my plan? Why do I not have Zelda yet? And eventually, the bird actually does capture Zelda in the form of Tetra. But before the bird can return back to Forsaken Fortress, the bird is attacked by Tetra's crew and it drops Tetra onto Outset Island. And then thusly begins the adventure when Link goes to save Tetra, and then unfortunately the bird captures Link's sister and then returns her to the Forsaken Fortress. Now this is really crazy to think about. If the bird never dropped Tetra on Outset Island and it was able to return to Ganondorf, I don't think we would have the Wind Waker game. I think the entire events that happened in Wind Waker could have totally been avoided had that bird managed to escape from Tetra's crew. Like, that's insane to think about. But now we have a pissed off Link because now his sister is gone and he needs to go get her back. So thanks to the help of Tetra's crew, they go to Forsaken Fortress and he's able to climb to the very tip top and he finds his sister. Yay! But unfortunately he doesn't get to seal the deal. And then the bird picks up Link and then it shows him to Ganondorf. Now Ganondorf, being the all-powerful guy that he is, he's probably looking at Link like, bro, why is this kid with a green tunic and white tights over here in my fortress? Is my security not strong enough? How did you make it up here? I have the best minions throughout all of the lands. How were you able to sneak up here? And then he tells the bird to toss him into the brink. Yeah, get rid of my trash, get rid of my rubbish. And that's exactly what he does. He tosses Link to the side, and Ganondorf probably doesn't think a second thought of Link. He's like, bro, we have some scum that snuck into my fortress. I will be pissed if I was Ganondorf. Now, throughout all of this time, Ganondorf is still trying to find Princess Zelda, right? And Link is doing his own epic training montage by getting all 3 pearls of the goddesses and eventually getting the Master Sword. With this in tow, he and Tetra's crew, they return back to Forsaken Fortress to showdown against Ganondorf. But Ganondorf is not a pushover. It's crazy. In this game, Ganondorf may have like a beer gut, but he still packs a punch. Like, Ganondorf ain't no sissy. And he really shows like, hey man, I'm the villain here. You need to watch out, little boy. I don't care if you got the Master Sword. Now, even though Link has the Master Sword in tow, it's not fully powered up. And also, since he released the Master Sword, this also gave Ganondorf even more strength as well. So it's like a double-edged sword here, quite literally. And eventually, Link is overpowered by Ganondorf. But before he can finally deal the finishing blow to this brat that he tossed into the ocean earlier, Tetra and some of their allies step in and they're able to distract Ganondorf. But this is when Ganondorf receives a stroke of luck because he finally is able to recognize the necklace that's on Tetra and he puts 2 and 2 together. Wait a minute. This is Princess Zelda. Now, if I'm Ganondorf, I am ecstatic. Finally, after so many mistakes and after so many times this bird has returned with the wrong person, finally Zelda just walks up into my fortress. Holy crap, this is amazing. Now, before Ganondorf can proceed further, Tetra and Link are able to escape thanks to their allies. Now, I would like to note, Ganondorf in Wind Waker is actually kind of smart and he thinks ahead with his moves. At some point in time, he actually killed the sages of the Wind and Earth temples, which could restore the power to the Master Sword. So thanks to his actions, they're not able to get the Master Sword back to full strength easily. So therefore, Link and them have to go out of their ways to find the descendants of the sages and then restore the power to the Master Sword. Now, Ganondorf didn't quite think that part through, but once Link is fully powered up, they return to Hyrule and they see that Ganondorf has invaded it. And of course, he has kidnapped Tetra, aka Princess Zelda. During his time in Hyrule, Ganondorf is probably feeling amazing. He finally has access back to the land that was sealed away, and he also sees all the monsters that were frozen in time, and now he has them back under his control again. And he's more powerful than ever. Ganondorf, for all intents and purposes, is feeling like a true king right now. Seriously. And now it's a classic as old as time. Link needs to go ascend Ganondorf's tower and save the princess. And if I'm Ganondorf, I have to be thinking like, bro, like Link, how many times are we going to have to meet like this, my brother? You cannot best me in a fight. I'm going to keep kicking your ass, okay? And then Ganondorf uses his full power, right? And I don't know what kind of voodoo Ganondorf is using, but then he decides to transform into this massive puppet, which is kind of freaky, I ain't gonna lie. And this also freaks out Link as well, and Link is able to get the best of Ganondorf in his puppet form. And then eventually they come down to another standoff, and Ganondorf has to be feeling confident and great. He's like, bro, I finally have all three pieces of the Triforce here. And from there, he's finally able to combine all three pieces of the Triforce, making it whole again. I would feel on top of the world right now if I was Ganondorf. Finally, after years and years, the moment that he has been waiting for is finally here. All he has to do is reach out and touch the Triforce, and his greatest wishes will be granted. But you see, the last king of Hyrule steps in at the last second and he grants his wish by touching the Triforce first. And I ain't gonna lie, I would crash the fuck out if I was Ganondorf. And he definitely did. He lets out a maniacal laugh and he's just like, I can't believe this. And now it's time for their final showdown between Link and Ganondorf. And at this point, I've lost track at how many times Link has fought Ganondorf within Wind Waker, but he has not come out on top yet. I mean, Ganondorf is probably feeling pretty confident. He's like, man, this kid hasn't technically beaten me yet, so I got this. Until he ends up with a Master Sword stuck in his forehead. And at this point in time, Ganondorf has to be like, where did it all go wrong? How did this brat from some random backwoods island manage to best me? And that's something he'll have to ponder for the rest of eternity, because him, Hyrule, and the last king of Hyrule are now sealed beneath the waves once again, as Link and Tetra return to the surface, and then they begin their next journey within the Zelda franchise, which just so happens to be Phantom Hourglass. Now that's a really fun game. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to my first channel member, Bright Soldier. I really appreciate the support, King. And if you want cool ass shout outs just like this one, then just hit the link in the pinned comment and description. Also, I have some other Zelda content here on screen you guys can check out, and subscribe if you want more Zelda videos. Peace.